As you can see behind me, there are still plenty of police officers out here tonight. It was a pretty dramatic evening for folks in this area. Right now we are on the east side of Tucson where the situation has been developing all day long. Now I know it's pretty dark, but if you can see behind me, the hot and dry weather is not helping firefighters working in Southern California. Here on the Midway, though, old-fashioned fun comes one balloon at a time. Gusting pretty strongly. Take a look at this sign just blowing in the wind. There is only a slight drizzle coming down right now. There's a lot of thick, dark smoke in the area and ash flying through the air. Crews tell us that the fire started up the hill. Wildcat fans are still optimistic, but we're looking for a little extra help. I put on my lucky red shoes today, and I'm not the only superstitious one. A lot of patrol cars, a lot of caution tape. It is definitely a crime scene at this moment. We can all put away our umbrellas. Marines have turned Yuma into a war zone. These helicopters behind me are known as CH-53s. They're the largest in the American inventory. Currently, there's 50 million Americans without health insurance. These protesters today are hoping their voices will make a difference. If you didn't make it out to tonight's event, don't worry. There's a concert tomorrow at 7:30. Reporting from the Tucson Convention Center, Kacie Talamante, Fox 11 News.
It's almost like Swiss cheese under the ground here.
Tunnel after tunnel being discovered in the border town of Nogales this year. Agents say they're used to smuggle humans and drugs into the U.S. Built by criminals, they're dark, dangerous, and deadly.
What happens if it's a booby trap, someone waiting there? There's been tunnels and notifications of them where the fact is they have a system where if at any time they were set up to flood, by a push of a button or a switch of a flip, boom, that tunnel would flood out, and whoever's in there, you're not getting out.
Sometimes booby-trapped and most of the time unstable, these drug tunnels are just too dangerous for agents to go into, so they send in their robot to check things out. Check out this video. Agents inside a pitch-black drainage tunnel stumble upon an armed suspect. Had this been a smaller tunnel, the agents would be trapped in confined quarters with a dangerous criminal.
So we send the robot in first, know what's going on. That way we can either, if there's someone in there with a weapon possibly, we'll know what we're getting into before we get into it.
Border Patrol provided Fox 11 News with this video showing the robot in action. It's equipped with a camera and lights. It can squeeze into tight spaces and maneuver over rough terrain. Its biggest advantage, keeping agents safe. An important weapon the Border Patrol is using to fight illegal trafficking on the border. Last year, we're told 9 illegal tunnels were found in Nogales. So far this year, 14 have already been discovered. Border Patrol says they expect to see more of the same.
What this means is that you build a fence, you better the technology, they're going to look for another way to get over or under, and this is one of the angles they do.
Kacie Talamante, Fox 11 News. A large group of people started the annual procession at 5 this afternoon, each step an act of faith.
I've been here for 41 years with the cross because the cross has done a lot of miracles for me and for my family.
Winding their way up a mountain as the desert sun started to set, families like the Oteros carried on the cherished event.
Because we used to do this for many years with my grandfather when I was young, and so since he's passed, I do it now with my child.
Gina Herrera knows all about the tradition.
It isn't until now that I realize how special it is.
Her father, David Herrera, started the procession 41 years ago to help troubled teens.
In the Bible it says, you know, you're to worship me, make an altar out of a rock and make it a humble surrounding, and that's where I prefer to be worshipped, is what's in the Bible. My dad would have never known that. I mean, he just started this because he thought a big beautiful rock to place the cross where people can gather.
Decades later, hundreds of people still make the trip, gathering at the big beautiful rock, singing, praying, and celebrating their faith.
We've been all over Tucson trying the Sonoran dogs. These are great.
Peppers, grilled onions, and even bacon. It's the battle of the Sonoran hot dog in Tucson. The tasty smell of a challenge brewing on the south side of town. El Huero Conelo versus BK Carne Asada and hot dogs. A friendly competition cooked up by the Travel Channel. Crews were in Tucson today, shining their national spotlight on a local favorite.
I think it's because it's the hot dog with all the fresh veggies and the spicy in it, you know, jalapenos or the bite on the chile.
Glinda is from Sonora, home of this south of the border delicacy. She says all this attention touches her heart.
There's been quite a few episodes in different channels about the hot dogs, and we're so proud of it.
Of course, you don't have to be from Mexico to enjoy a Sonoran-style hot dog.
Originally, we are close to Chicago, so we ate Chicago-style dogs.
But not for long. It only took one bite of these spicy treats, and it was adios to the Windy City.
These Sonoran dogs, they have it beat. Now all our kids at home are eating Sonoran dogs.
The final taste test to crown Tucson's King of the Sonoran Dog is on Saturday.
We're going to have a BK fan, and we're going to have a Güero Canelo fan, and we're going to have 3 more people, and they're going to be the judges.
And may the best hot dog win. Kacie Talamante, Fox 11 News.